Okay, so we're continuing our football club history series. In this video, we're going to Bergamo in Lombardy in northern Italy, and we're looking at Atalanta. Now, the full name of Atalanta is Atalanta Bergamasca Calcio. Their nickname is Ladea, which is the goddess Atalanta, who was one of Diana's huntresses in Greek mythology. They play at the GY Stadium, which has a capacity of 21,747. The club itself, founded on the 17th of October 1907. Turned professional in 1929. They've played 62 seasons in Serie A, 28 seasons in Serie B, and 1 season in Serie C. So they're a pretty solid side. They finished 5th this year in Serie A, so they qualified for Europe yet again. They're now a consistent club in Europe. They've had some fun European runs, and they nearly made history in the late 80s as a Serie B side, almost reaching a final. But they've only won the one major trophy, and that was the Coppa Italia in the 62-63 season. That is their only major piece of silverware to date. Talking about their epic European runs, in the Cup Winners' Cup in the 87-88 season, they made the semi-finals as a second-tier side in Serie B. The UEFA Cup, which is now known as the Europa League, they've made 2 quarter-finals in the 1990-91 season and the 2021-2022 season. They were quarter-finalists in that competition, and in the Champions League, they made the quarter-final in the 2019-2020 COVID-disrupted seasons. They've been on some fantastic European runs as a club, nearly making history, as I say, in the late 80s. Now, I make reference a lot to the UEFA Club Coefficient and the UEFA Coefficient rankings and how it disadvantages certain leagues in Europe. Atalanta as a club are ranked 28th overall with 55,500 UEFA Club Coefficient points, just behind RB Salzburg from Austria and just ahead of Dinamo Zagreb from Croatia. They're 28th ranked club in Europe on the UEFA Club Coefficient ranking. So there's that. Another fun fact about this football club is when the newborn is born in the city of Bergamo, which is just to the east of Milan in Lombardy, the newborn's family, the baby, is automatically a member of the club. They're given supplies, so baby food, clothes, financial support, and a jersey is given to the family for the kid when they grow up. So automatically, I think they've given out 55,000 of these packages to newborns' families in recent years. It really is a community club. Really is. The locals love the club, and the club loves the locals. It's part of the club's culture. Their rivals, however, there's a lot of them, and you wouldn't be surprised by a lot of them. But their biggest rival is Brescia, where they conduct the Derby Lombardo, the Lombard derby against Brescia. They have a massive rivalry against Torino and Juventus, both from Turin, which is in Piedmont, the next province down. Big rivalry with Roma. Big rivalry with AC Milan and Internazionale from Milan. That to do with Bergamo being the second city in Lombardy. Napoli, massive rival there. Lazio, there's a massive rivalry there. Quite heated rivalry between Lazio and Atalanta, more political as well, because Lazio, very right-wing leaning fan base, Atalanta, very left-wing leaning fan base. Fiorentina's another big rivalry. Bologna's a big rivalry. Como, another club from Lombardy from their Serie B days, big rivalry there. Hellas Verona, that's another big rivalry. Pisa from Tuscany. Vicenza, which is Venice. And for some reason, Dinamo Zagreb is a big rivalry between the two clubs. I believe that's to do with European matches. They don't like Dinamo Zagreb. And what is ironic is Dinamo Zagreb are ranked just below them in the UEFA Club Coefficient rankings at 29th. So there's a rivalry with Dinamo Zagreb, which is not what you would often see with big heated rivalries between clubs, considering that they play in a different league system in a different country. So there you go. There's a brief history of Atalanta. Very unique club. The most successful club that isn't a provincial capital, isn't a major city. Well, Bergamo is a major city, but it's not got its own, region. It's not a regional capital like Milan is, or Turin, or Rome. And and Ladea, the goddess, the foundation, name Atalanta, Greek mythology. Greek mythological goddess, one of Diana's huntresses. If you know your Greek mythology, that's kind of fun. And there we go. So thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below in the comment section. What other clubs from Italy do you want me to do club histories on? What other clubs do you think I should do in Europe? Because there's a lot of clubs in Europe I could do club histories on that are going to be fantastic. I found a few in Italy that are quite fantastic. I found a few in Portugal, Spain, France. And I like going outside of the UK to look at club histories because they're kind of fun. And some of these clubs get overlooked in the media because they're not classed as the big three or the big four or the big five or the big six in their domestic leagues. But Atalanta, European club at the moment, finished 5th in Serie A this last season, and they're going to have another run in Europe, no doubt. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.